Hey Adam, you had wanted to know something about my pinball machine. So here it is. This is actually my game room up in second floor. But this is a pinball and it's virtual pinball, so it's just a monitor. I mean, it's a 4K monitor, and then I have a regular HD black back glass and then a smaller monitor for the DMD. And so this system, it's Michael and Marissa Entertainment, M&M, that's my wife and I. Same thing on our arcade, M&M Entertainment. And so I have 195 different tables on this one. And they're real recreations, digital recreations of actual tables that existed. So this one is from Stern in 2012. And I can scroll over to, say, the Addams Family, which was a Bali table in 1992. And so they have this front end, and you can just scroll through the different ones, and then so on, so forth, and choose which table you want to play. So I'm gonna say I can jump to the B's, jump to the C's, scroll through the C's. And anyway, so there's just tons of tables, and they're, like I said, they're real ones from, different years. And I only have 195 loaded up right now, but there's several hundreds because they span throughout, from the 40s to 50s, definitely starting at the 60s, 70s, 80s, so on and so forth. So just tons and tons of different tables. And so I'll play one for you. I mean, I don't know which one. What's a cool one actually is this Guns N' Roses one. I like this one a lot. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start it. So here's how this works. It's all digital, so it's a real plunger from a real pinball, real metal, the buttons, everything you push, flippers, everything. How it works is here. So when I push something, it really does it. It really pushes this in. It hits one of these, and that drops a quarter in. I got, it's hard to see at this point, but there's a subwoofer back there. There is an amplifier right there, another amplifier right there, and then another amplifier right in there. You definitely can't see this, but the plunger is right here, this blue thing. That's the housing for it. And got several exciters, bass shakers, all throughout, and then a big one up at the back right there. That's the big bass shaker, and then a downward firing subwoofer 8-inch right there. So anyways, I'm gonna close this up and I'm gonna launch this. So I'm gonna hit this big red button right here, and it's going to start launching it. So it says it's loading. It's gonna take about 15-20 seconds, and then it will start up. Just give it a moment. Okay, so here you go. It's initialized. And so it uses the real ROM from the actual tables, the real manufacturer uses those ROM, and it's run off those ROMs. I mean, it's a digital recreation here, but all the events are scripted so that it runs off the real table manufacturer's ROM. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a quarter, and you're going to see that reflected up here. So if it takes 50 cents in real life, I actually do have to hit it twice. Drop in another quarter. So there I dropped my 50 cents in, because it really understands what 50 cents being dropped in is like. So hit start, and you're going to see the ball pop out.
Of all the bands in the world, he's definitely one of them.
Okay, so it ejected the ball, and then I'm going to pull this back, and it's going to know that I'm launching it, and it's really cool. Okay, now mind you, I'm playing this with one hand, so it doesn't work as great. Okay, so, okay, I tried to do it fast enough, but what can I say? But anyways, the graphics are amazing. I mean, you would be hard pressed to know that this was not a physical table. Okay, so I'm gonna exit out this particular table. So I'm gonna hit this exit button that I have programmed, and it's going to exit out of that table. Terminate that game. Okay, so let's try another one. I don't know. I don't particularly care for that one. You know, Jurassic Park is pretty cool, actually. I don't know. They're all kind of the same in terms of quality. I'm just trying to think one I like. Oh, the really cool Star Wars ones, actually. Star Trek, that's a cool one. I don't know. So that's one of the older ones. So this is not one that would have used, it's 1975, so this one wouldn't have used a ROM because they didn't have solid state machines back then. So this one is electromechanical. So this one doesn't run off ROM. It really runs just off the physics that are emulated, but they're correctly emulated. So it's really impressive. I'll tell you what. Sure. For lack of better words, let's just use this one. So I'm going to launch it. It's going to take that same 15 to 20 seconds to boot up. But the cool thing about this is that it's virtual, but I have hardware in there that brings it into this fourth dimension, so you could feel it. It's a tactile feedback. And so I showed you that big bass shaker under there. And then I have two bass shakers left and right. So that one right there is a bass shaker with an audio exciter above it. And that bass shaker right there with an audio exciter above it with two extra audio exciters in the back. And what it does, it creates a physical thump because it only transmits sounds between 0 and 50 hertz, which you can't hear. But that's the frequency that you can feel. And so when an event happens, say when the ball hits this kicker or that kicker or these or those, they go off. They vibrate, and it transmits that vibration through the wood cabinet, and so you can feel it. So when I hit one of the kickers, for example, I feel a thump. I feel that. And it's correctly programmed through the smart people who dedicate their lives to this hobby, that it sounds right, it feels right, it's completely immersive. So it's not just a video game. You feel like you are playing the actual physical table. So let's go and put the quarter in. Okay, let's pop another quarter in. Okay, good. Launch. Good. Launch the thing. And so here. So, oh, you can't see it. Oftentimes you can see the spring if that's how they don't have the graphics there. But pull back. Launch. There it is. I mean, this is a television screen. It's really amazing. You would not know that this is not real life. Okay. Let me try to find you one so you can really see the spring rolling back. I don't know what that might be. Let's see. Okay, Addams Family. This one you'll see the plunger. I'll show you the plunger retraction. So I'm going to fire this one off. Okay, just let it do its thing. Okay, so it's initializing. It's just as if you switched on the pinball table from a cold boot. You know, like walk in the morning and you turn it on in real life. So here's this table. Again, it's completely realistic. You standing above it, you do not know that you are not looking at a television monitor. Okay, so I'm going to put my quarters in. Okay, this one takes 50 cents. Okay, hit my start button, ejects the ball in here. I'm going to pull back this plunger and watch the plunger. Here, I'm going to launch it. There we go. And you're not standing where I am or feeling this table, but I could feel those kicks. I can feel these thumps. Launch it, see what I can do. Okay, good. So there, you see it going. I missed it.
Not good enough.
And of course, the back glass is timed perfectly with everything else. So the lights, the flashing events, it's all there. So I'm gonna show you this again. Launch. Okay, well that's basically it. That is a virtual pinball table. Took me about a year to build, honestly. Mostly the programming, not the construction. But you know, it's been a lot of fun. I play it a lot, and my wife she has a, I don't know what the word here is, but she's not as enthusiastic as I am about it. But anyways, it is so cool. So I hope that was informative to you. Bye.